Good morning, good morning, good morning. I am Dee Dee Love. How are you all? Happy Sunday. I am coming to you to just send you some well wishes, and I wanted to point something out that I observed on these streets. So, as we all know, the big talk is about, you know, someone saying something versus someone doing it. Like, if your friend tells you that they're going to kill themselves, do you wait until they do it, or do you stop them beforehand? So this whole argument about, she didn't do it, she just said it, is a bunch of bullshit. If you go into a public building and you say, I'm going to blow this motherfucker up, that's a terroristic threat and your ass is going to jail. You can't say what you want to say when you want and how and all of that. It's not. They say you have freedom of speech, but we all know that that is not true on many levels, okay? We always talk about these words getting us in trouble, but this whole argument about she just said it, she didn't do it, it's not going to fly, okay? I wish we could just be mature and stop trying to fight it, and because the real debate here is about, I can't be the one who steps down. I can't be the one who says, fuck it, I'm over it, I don't care anymore. So we're going to keep the battle going. But at the end of the day, you don't wait for someone to do some shit. It's called being proactive instead of reactive, all right? So there's a case in Dover, Delaware, where a young 19-year-old girl has just been charged with the murder of a 4-month-old baby. She worked at a daycare center. She covered the baby's nose and mouth while the baby slept, okay? So anyone who knew this bitch was crazy beforehand, who threatened to hurt a child and said, well, you know what, she didn't do it, she just said it, fuck you. We have to do better, people, as a culture, right? And in our communities, we have to have higher expectations of one another. That's how people grow, okay? Everything is not okay. Just because it's your friend, you don't have to stand by it. If your friend can't understand that you think that they're wrong, then it's not your fucking friend. That's a selfish sociopath, all right? They do no wrong. They're clearly doing wrong, but you have to stand by it because you're their friend. You're a fucking fool, and that means you're willing to go down with the shit, okay? Ask yourself, are you really that much of a ride or die? Are you going to prison for somebody? Are you willing to die for the bitch on the street because you don't want to go against a friend? If someone says to you, well, you know what? I'm going to rob this liquor store and kill who's ever in there. And you're not going to say anything because you know what? They didn't do it. Even though their behavior prior to this incident has been negative and unacceptable, and you know they on fuck shit, and they tell you this, and you don't say to them, you know what? Don't do that. That's fucked up. Stop saying that dumb shit out loud. You say nothing, and then they go do it. You should feel bad because you're responsible because they told you. And you could have stopped it possibly, or possibly not, but you didn't bother to say a word. And you're going to carry that guilt because that was your friend. And when you're friends, you're not always going to be on the same page. You're not always going to agree. True friends come back together. You know what I'm saying? Like, I could not speak to your ass in 4 years and we good. It is what it is. Hey, how you doing? Where you been? How's your family? You know what I'm saying? But to just stand by and argue some shit that you know is wrong and makes absolutely positively no sense. They didn't do it yet. Like all the school shootings that they interrupt because someone said they're going to do this, someone posted it online. They didn't do it yet, but they go arrest their asses, and usually they find ammunition and bombs and all those things, okay? Terroristic threats. Stop saying fuck shit. It's real simple. But the arguing of ignorance must stop, okay? I'm not applying this to anyone in particular, If it don't fly, let it apply. What is it? If it don't apply, let it fly. All right? But we are too grown and too old to be continuously arguing bullshit. Because this is bullshit. Well, she just said it. She didn't do it. She only said it. Refer back to the beginning of this video. All the examples I gave of just saying it and not doing it. Okay. Yeah, that's what tip lines are for. Hello? I mean, when you're wrong, just admit you're wrong. There's nothing wrong with that. That takes a real adult, a real woman. You teach your children that. It's called telling the truth. But that escapes a lot of people because they're professional liars. And a lot of people have degrees in lying. And I'm talking real degrees, okay? If you got an U.S. American history degree, you have a degree in lies. All right. So, yes, everyone lies. We get it. But when you're wrong, admit it and move the fuck on. This thing is snowballing and snowballing and snowballing, way the fuck out of control. And also it's because people don't want to take responsibility for their own actions instead of focusing on what the other person did. Like I said, at the end of the day, it still comes back to you. Yes, the other person is sickening. We know, we get it, we understand. We're not denying that. But you can't allow that to take you down. You can't allow that to be your downfall, because that person is winning. And you really shouldn't be that concerned with what that person is doing. Even though this shit has snowballed to the point where they're going back and forth. And somebody, I told y'all, it needs to be a motherfucking steel cage wrestling match planned somewhere. Like I say, thump it out. Fuck all that. Fuck the police. Fuck paperwork. Let's meet up, bitch, and let's scrap it out and be done with it. And then I won't mention you anymore, and you don't mention me. Because blows need to be thrown. I know y'all like, you bugging. That's immature. No, it ain't. That's that woman shit, because if this was going on with your next door neighbor, you would have punched her in the fucking head already. By either way, on either side. So let's just get it on and be done with it. It's too many beefs on here that are never going to be resolved. And beefs with people you don't know over bullshit. And like I said, the dragging of children is never fucking acceptable in my world. Period. You're supposed to love the children and the animals and the old people and the sick people and your mama and your daddy and human beings and plants and water. You know, all that great shit that God has gifted us with. Spend too much time hating and saying negative shit. Like, it's a Sunday morning right now. You shouldn't be worried about the next bitch on YouTube and what she's doing and how she did it. Who cares? I don't care if you smoked crack last night. All right. You're prostitute. None of my business. OD'd and woke up again. None of my business. None of my business. Because I'm worried about me. See these, and God's gifts. He's given you nature. He's given everybody free gifts. I don't care who you are in the sound of my voice. You can go to your window and look up in the sky. And you have freedom and you have life. Don't waste that on bullshit. Now y'all have a good Sunday. Enjoy the gifts. They're true. Be present in life. Be in the here and now. Go to the park. Take a walk. Go outside and breathe. And I'll get with y'all later. Y'all have a good old day. And I got to get home soon. Because like I said, Mother Nature didn't come to play today. It is humid. Humid. And I'm going to tell y'all, listen. So in my town, they're only allowing residents in the beach. And we have a really nice beach here. I can't tell y'all. It's like they got the National Guard set up at the entrance to the beach. You're not coming up in here with that COVID bullshit if you ain't from our town. I appreciate it. Shout out to the officers who holding shit down out there. Lots of turnarounds, boy. I didn't realize how many people come from out of town to invade in your beaches. But I guess everyone doesn't have a beach. Who knows? Anyway, deuces.